notes number one are, the first one is least common multiple. And we abbreviate that with just a big old LCM. And I will tell you on a small side note here, I remember when we talked about greatest common factor, I said you really probably need to look in your notes because people get greatest common factor, least common multiple, or multiples and factors mixed up. And I can tell you on the last quiz, I asked for multiples and got factors, or I asked for factors and got multiples. It was messed up. But you really need to make sure. Remember, multiples are counting by. Okay, when you're looking for the least common multiple, here's our example problem. Find the LCM of 3 and 4. First of all, understand multiples go on forever. Forever. So you can never give all the multiples. So if you're doing this, step number one is just to jot some multiples down. Write down multiples of both numbers, but you'll never be able to give them all, so you just kind of do a few of them just to see what's up. Multiples of 3 are, counting by 3 is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, they go on forever. Multiples of 4, if you're counting by 4, are 4, 8, 12, and you can stop, as soon as you see a common one, you can stop. Okay, which one do I have right now in common? 12. There are other ones that would be common, 24, 36, all of those, but you're looking for the least, which means the smallest common multiple they have. If the book would have said, give the first 3 common multiples you would have of that, well, you know, you'd have to keep going till you get to 3 of them. I can tell you it would be 12, 24, and 36. But you'd have to actually do that out there. You will notice that if you multiply 3 and 4 together, you get 12. Now, be warned, that doesn't always work that way. When you multiply the two numbers together, you will get a common multiple, but it is not always the smallest common multiple. For example, if I said, what's the least common multiple of 2 and 4? Well, as you jot down multiples of 2, you would get 2, 4, 6, 8. As you jot down multiples of 4, you get 4, 8, 12. 2 times 4 is 8, but that's not the smallest one they have in common. Jonah, the smallest one they have in common is
4.
Common is 4. So be very much aware of that. Let's see, another example, something they might ask you, how about the least common multiple of 6 and 8? What is the LCM of 6 and 8? What would be the least common multiple of 6 and 8? Now 6 times 8 is 48. That is a multiple, but it will not be the smallest multiple of that. I can tell you. And you're going to have to, if you don't know, make sure you sit down and draw it out. Multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Multiples of 8 are 8, 16. And you can stop when you find one because that's 24 is the smallest one they have in common. 24. Problems with that? No, blank piece of paper because we got one more little note here. And this is reciprocal. Reciprocal. A reciprocal, children, is, simply put, a fraction flipped over. It is also known as, and this won't come up for a couple of years, or at least not until next year. It's also called the multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse, but that's just a highfalutin name that you won't need to know for a little bit later here. Now, what does it mean a fraction flipped over? Well, here, let's write this down. The reciprocal of 2/3 is, if you take 2/3 and flip it over, it's a pretty simple little thing. You get, John?
3/2.
3/2. The reciprocal of 5/8 is, River? 8/5. And you can leave it, if it asks you for reciprocal, you can leave it as improper. What about this? What's the reciprocal of 9? The reciprocal of 9. Jonah?
9/1?
Nope. You're close though. You make 9 a fraction by putting it under 1, so if you take the reciprocal of it, Jonah, it is
1.
It is 1/9. The reciprocal of 1/5 is 80,
5/1.
or just 5. Okay. Now, why do they have us do this? Here's just part of it here. Here is a couple things you need to know. First of all, if you multiply a number by its recip, you get, anybody want to speculate? If I were to multiply these two fractions together, those two fractions together, those two together, those two together, I get the same thing. Kendall, what's your thoughts? What do you think it is? If I multiply them together. 2/3 times 2 3/2 gives me 6/6. 5/8 times 5/8 gives me 40/40. 9/1 times 1/9 gives me 9/9. Ellie?
You get
What whole number is that? Huh? You know all of them. It's the same whole number. 9/9, 40/40, 6/6. Yeah, you get 1. You multiply a number times its reciprocal, you will always get 1. I could make it flash, I would. Now that becomes important because the book will give you things like this, and you'll look at it and you'll go, I have no idea what that answer is, and I'm telling you it's a lot easier than it looks. They're going to say, hey look, 7/8 times what number gives me 1? Because you know the little thing about reciprocals, you're going to tell me, well, 7/8 times, John?
8/7.
8/7 gives you 1. 7/8 times 8/7 gives you 1. Or how about this? 3 times what number gives you 1? 3 times what number gives you 1? Ellie Norquist?
3/1.
Well, this starts out being 3/1. 1/3 gives you 1. Or this actually confuses people more. Oh wait, no, here's a question. How many 2/3 are in 1? How many 2/3 are there in 1? Well, all they're asking you for this. 2/3 times what number gives you 1? How many 2/3 are there in 1? John?
3/2.
3/2. All of these, they're just different ways to ask you for a reciprocal. 7/8 times what number is 1? Or how many 2/3 are in 1? It's 3/2. You are just looking for what number times that fraction that gives you 1. Hopefully, you'll remember that, but I know somebody will ask me,